Heidi here. I'm doing another instalment of my wardrobe tour today. I will be clearing out a few things again. First of all, I have all of my sleeveless see-through items. I kind of categorise things by whether or not they're kind of like mesh or net first, and then I go by sleeve length. This battery organic top I bought on either Vinted or Depop, I can't quite remember. That's the label there, and then it's got the reflective logo on the other side. Definitely keeping. This one entirely mesh, and it's a bodysuit as well. It did have sleeves, but I chopped those off. I'm thinking I might reattach some sleeves. This was originally from TK Maxx, I think, but it had like the design on the front, which I took off. Keeping this one, but probably DIYing at some point. I DIY'd this from oversized mesh tops, which I just got off Depop or Vinted, can't remember which. I did this quite recently, and I've already got loads of wear out of it, so definitely keeping. This is a top I made a short while ago. I did make it for a specific event. I've worn it a few times since then. I just don't really wear velvet much anymore, so I think I will be selling this one. I did make it in a bit of a hurry, so it's not, it doesn't really fit very well, so I might make some alterations before I put it up for sale. These two I've done in a similar sort of way. They're both DIYs. Well, this one I made completely myself, and this one is the collar and a few panels from a leather jacket, and it is a real leather jacket. It was one that I actually got given for free, so that was great. I do have a video where I go into more detail with both of these. I'll link my DIY playlist so you can find that more easily. So I'll definitely keep this one, especially as I put so much work into it. And the same goes for the other one. I found this one in a charity shop like this, and I'm 99% sure it's a DIY, because obviously this is the VNV Nation logo, and the label on this top is H&M, I think. So I would say it's definitely a DIY. Absolutely keeping this one forever. It's a Cybergoth top. I'm not sure if the reflective pattern is reflecting right now. Yeah, I got this on Depop quite a few years ago now, and I wear it all the time. Absolutely love it. Unfortunately, the straps did get a bit of discoloration on them at some point, but it didn't really get on the front, so you can't really see it, which is fine. This is a bit of an older Cybergoth item, I think, especially as it's a one size one, so I don't think they really do one size things anymore. Here's another one that I made, and I did include this in my latest DIYs video, which I plan to have out before this one, so if you want to see that in more detail, then that's the place to go. Yeah, I made this for Mariluna a few years ago, but I actually left myself enough time to finish it properly. Now this one I've had quite a few years. Found it in a charity shop. It is real leather, but I think the time has come for me to pass this one. I don't really wear it very much anymore. Always annoyed me a bit that the lower half of the top isn't very fitted on me, and this bit at the bottom always ends up sticking out weirdly. And I just don't really wear kind of leather stuff anymore. So I will be selling this, and that's the label there. Another one that I made myself, and again I included it in my last DIYs video, and I made a label for this one. I quite often make labels for the stuff that I create by hand, and I put the date on it as well, so I finished it on the 19th of August 2023. This was a Depop find. If you've watched my previous wardrobe tour video, then you will have seen the matching skirt to go with this. And I also have gloves. I have matching gloves, and they're quite long, which is fun. Absolutely keeping this one. Really love this. This top I've kind of put to one side because the PVC fabric is deteriorating and it's flaking off now if I try to wear it. This was originally kind of full length corset top and it's from the brand Hell Bunny. I kept the label on there because it's quite a nice one. But this one I have had a very long time. I bought it from a shop called Twilight Fashions, which used to be in St Nicholas's Market in Bristol. Unfortunately, the woman who owned it had to close it down. This was pretty much one of the few things that I could afford in the shop because it was just a plastic boned cheapy corset. The straps I did actually replace because I lost them at some point. No idea where they went, so I made new ones from PVC. So I will be completely reconstructing this with new fabric, so it will look a bit different once I'm done with it. This was a band t-shirt that I altered a bit. I do actually need to redo this bit just here. The piece that I used to secure it at the bottom came undone, so I just need to reweave that. I do own a few grey items just because I like to break up black outfits sometimes. This one I found in a charity shop quite a few years ago now, and I'm not really sure what the brand is. It just says Label Lab on the label there, and it's 100% viscose, which is really nice. This one's a keep, and that's the label there. Both of these tops I bought online, however this one I did completely replace the panel of fabric on either side here because it was deteriorating quite a lot. It was very stained, all the elastic was sticking out and it was just looking very tired. So this is actually from the hood of one of my hoodies because I cut off the hood because I just didn't like it on there. So I used the fabric for this and it worked really well. I do, however, wish that I'd made it a little bit smaller. So that's that. And this I got Depop, Vinted, can't remember which. Another top with some reflective bits on it, although I do kind of wish that this metal zip was black plastic. I do quite like doing outfits without any sort of silver metal in them, so it does make it a little bit annoying to have this be a silver zip. The brand is Mistress Rocks Los Angeles. These both I bought in a charity shop. This one I took in on the sides, so it's nice and fitted now. Absolutely keeping, and it's Marks and Spencer brand. Originally this was a dress when I bought it in the charity shop, and I have been meaning for the entire time that I've owned it to hem the edge here, but because it's, you know, out of sight when I'm actually wearing it, I haven't got around to doing it yet, but it will happen at some point. I really like this, I wear it a lot. I was considering getting rid of this, but another t-shirt conversion here. Again, bought from a concert, and that's the No Tourists album cover on there. I quite like doing this, so I've stitched around where I saw them and what date. This one was a DIY. I do actually have a video specifically for this top, and I made a label for this one. I did actually get black ice cream on this at Mariluna one year, but luckily it came out. I would have been devastated if it didn't. Okay, last three sleeveless tops. I think I definitely have a lot of sleeveless tops. So this one I bought online, Depop, I think, and it is the brand Darkwear, but this got put in the wash at one point a bit too hot and the label just kind of melted off there, which is a shame because it had a fun design on it, but still. This one I actually had to cut the seams off the sleeves because the sleeves were like this big. Ridiculous. I absolutely love this fabric. Both remaining are charity shop finds. This one, it did have a collar on it when I first bought it, but I don't really like collars very much, so I just cut it off this one, and I think, yes, This one will be a tidy out. I'll just take to a charity shop though. I made a few alterations to this, took it in at the sides, and originally it had kind of white plastic buckly things on here, which I removed and then put these on, although I am thinking of removing the rings. I don't wear as much metal on my clothing, and I think just the clips on the ring would be good. My next little category in my wardrobe is kind of layering bits. So I've got a few vests and such. First I've got this Karen Millen one, and I did take it in at the sides, so even though it says size 12 it no longer fits like a size 12. This I got on Depop, and it's the brand Crisis Wear. It is made to be a men's item, so it is a little bit oversized, but I make it work, and because it has quite the adjustable straps, it works quite well still. And I did actually cut out, it had a kind of internal, what do you call it? Basically it had like an internal scarf bit that kind of came up to like your nose sort of height, but for me it always got in the way, so I just chopped it out. Yeah, that's the label there. Keeping this forever. This is another thing that was made to be a men's clothing item, so again it is a little bit oversized on me, but it works just fine, although I'm thinking of altering the sleeves a bit, just because they stick out a bit and it looks a little odd, at least to my eye. So this is originally a Primark item, and I got it in a charity shop. Keeping this one, it's from All Saints, originally the brand, and I bought it either Depop, Vinted, whichever. I had previously decided that I was going to get rid of this, but now I'm kind of having second thoughts. See, even with this. Ooh. See, now that I've found a new way to style it, I'm gonna have to keep it. But if I do end up wearing the other one more than this one, then I will clear it out, but for now I will be hanging on to it. Yeah, this is the outfit now. Now we're on to short sleeve tops, and most of these are t-shirts, and most of those t-shirts I do just wear casually around the house, but I'll get to those. So this, obviously Cybergoth, and bought online, Depop I think, and it was a full length t-shirt when I got it, but I cropped it, and then I actually added in a panel of fabric across the chest, just because I think it's the colour of the fabric. It was a little bit too see-through, like it wasn't fully see-through obviously, but you know, it wasn't quite as opaque as I needed it to be. So I added the panel in, and now it's great. And I've also got the added feature of this second layer at the bottom here. And then I also put the little patch thing that was at the bottom onto this bit. I am planning to remove this because I don't wear pink and I don't want two different colours on the same top like this, so I will be taking that out. Another Cybergoth t-shirt, again bought online, Depop, I'm fairly sure, and it is one of the ones that I wear pretty much just for loungewear because it is a men's medium. I was sharing this with my partner for a while, but he doesn't really wear graphic t-shirts anymore, so he said that I could have full ownership of it. I did cut out the collar a bit, just the kind of foldy fabric bit at the top, and this label is a bit annoying because it's just a plastic one and it's folded the wrong way, although that might actually be a good thing, so it's more out the way. And yeah, so it is a large, size large, so it's quite a baggy one, although I think I will try styling it in an outfit in some sort of way, just to challenge myself a bit. I got this on Etsy, nice simple biohazard, and I really liked the design of the biohazard because it's all straight lines, so I thought that was quite interesting. And I've had it a little while now, so the print is cracking a bit, however I prefer that, I think it adds to it. I am thinking of cropping it, just because I don't really wear it as much as I would like to, as is, but I think I would wear it more as crop top. I think I'll show you all the rest of my t-shirts just now. I've got a few that aren't on hangers, but I'll stick them on a hanger to show you. But this one, again, was my partner's, and he gave it to me when he cleared it out. No idea where he got it from originally. I bought this one on Redbubble from an artist that I followed on Instagram quite a long time ago. I've had this quite a long time, so the pics are getting a bit deodorant-y, so I'll probably alter them in some way. I did already cut the collar out when I first got it. Another band t-shirt. I got this, of course, at a concert, and as you can see I did a bit of alteration to it as well. Unfortunately this band isn't together anymore. They disbanded quite a few years ago now, I think, but they were such a fun band to go and see live. I have a lot of memories attached to this top, so I only really wear it for loungewear. I bought this band t-shirt online. It was in one of my previous hauls. I am still thinking of what to do with this. I have a few ideas, so it's just a case of deciding what to do with it. The final 3 t-shirts I have are all from festivals. So this one is from Wave Got It Treffen, and it's the 26th one that I went to, which was in 2017. So it's quite a plain one. Again, I just really wear it for loungewear. It's got the little logo on the back there. Maryluna 2023. I actually went to this Maryluna on my own, which was quite fun. I would do it again. And this one is from the first Maryluna that I ever went to, 2018. And the print has started to crack a little bit on the front, but that's fine. I don't actually like clowns, but I wanted a Maryluna t-shirt that had this logo on it and was black and had the bands on the back, and this was the only one that met those criteria, so again, just wear it more for loungewear. Last 2 short sleeve things. This one from a charity shop. I am thinking about taking off these ribbons though, just to make it a bit more versatile, and it's an old Next item. Another charity shop find, and it's a see-through top. I am wanting to cut off the back bit here so it's more level though, just a case of getting around to that. And it's originally H&M divided. White mesh top, although it's a bit more off-white now. I think this was a charity shop find, and even though it's labelled extra small, it's, you know, it's an oversized extra small, which is really annoying. But anyway, H&M. I have quite a few long sleeve tops, I think. This one I tend to wear for more fancy occasions. It's not really my kind of everyday style anymore, and it is a bit too see-through, even though it's double layered. So I usually wear a bralette underneath it, or another top. And yep, this was a charity shop find. The label is coming off though, I need to re-sew that on. This top I've had for quite a long time now, and I absolutely love the mesh panels on the shoulders. Although I'm thinking of taking in the lower bit just around the waist, because I wear it a lot for layering, but then because it's a bit baggy around the waist, it would look a lot better if it was more fitted, I think. I found it in a charity shop not that long ago. I've only worn it once and it's just too oversized for me, and I wasn't really feeling the colour either, so this I might try selling it online. Not quite sure yet, but I will be clearing this one out. Cropped hoodie is from Cybergoth, and this was actually bought new, although my boyfriend bought it for me a few years ago now. Oh, actually, quite a while ago, maybe about 5 or 6 years, I think. I do wish that it was a bit more fitted. It's kind of a oversized small, but absolutely love the design. I don't wear it as much, just because I have to hand wash it because of all the print. This one was a bit of a DIY that I showed in my previous DIYs video, and it's a fleece. I originally bought it from an outdoor shop, So I did buy it new, but then I made alterations. And it's really great for winter, really warm. Charity shop find, and again I took it in a bit just to make it a bit more fitted. It is still obviously quite oversized for me, but it doesn't flash people when I raise my arms now. And I think it was originally something like Shein. Yeah. I cut the colour out so can't really see anymore. This one was a DIY and I have a video for as well. And yeah, these are just ripped up tights that I sewed on strategically. One of these sleeves is actually quite stained, so I'm thinking of just chopping it off and replacing it with another bit of white fabric. Another Depop find, and the colour had actually already been cut out when I bought it, but I did find out, someone actually commented on one of my photos on Instagram that it's the SDL brand, which is good to know. And yeah, I get so much wear out of this. Found this in a charity shop, and the brand is actually quite an expensive one. I did look it up because it says made in England on the label. I always get loads and loads of wear out of this in the winter. Bought it in a charity shop, and even though it does have a collar, I absolutely love all of these zips down the front, although I am considering doing something else to the collar, just so I want to wear it a bit more. That's the label there. I already know I'm keeping both of these tops, both found in a charity shop. This one I did take the sides in of, and just from H&M Divided. And this one, great for layering too, and it's by Monkey. Another charity shop find that I altered. It was originally a dress when I found it, and I also made the cold shoulder bit as well. Found this on Vinted, and I'm fairly sure it's like some sort of activewear top, but it works really well for me with my style, and it is very, very stretchy and tight, which I like. It doesn't really have a brand, just got that label, so definitely fast fashion, this one. Now I'll just show you all of the tops that I'd already decided to clear out, but I wanted to hang on to them for this video. So this one was a DIY, originally found in a charity shop. It's just not really my sort of thing anymore, and I don't really wear much purple. So I wanted to focus more on things that I really, really love and that I really, really enjoy wearing. Cybergoth bralette is just a bit too much of one colour for me. Oh yeah, that was bought new from Cybergoth. And this top I bought on Depop, I think, and it just never stayed up in the back, and that always annoyed me a lot because it's just a kind of halter top, but then the back would always slip down. And then this top here, it's by the brand Plastic Wrap, and I did recover it with this fabric because the original fabric was just kind of peeling off. But yeah, it's just not quite the right shape. You know, I wish that it sat further up than it does, but then it's just not cut to be worn like that. I'll just sell it on to someone else that will enjoy it more than me. Both of these tops I'm clearing out just because I've been moving away from the more feminine kind of lacy style for quite a while now. I did kind of go back and forth with it, but I just haven't really been back to wearing it at all. This one is Morgan de Tois, and this one is Lipsy. I do quite like that label. I will be selling both of these. This Guess top, I found that in a charity shop. Again, just not really my style anymore. Now this kind of corsety type thing, I did get a bit of wear out of it, but again, it's got the kind of lacy bits on it, so not really my thing, and it didn't really pull me in as much as I would like. This I think I will sell. And on the other side here, I bought this in a charity shop with the intention of making it smaller so it would fit me. All the rest of these tops were from charity shops, and this one I did take in a bit at the sides so it was a bit more fitted. So yeah, I think it probably fits a bit more like a 10 now than a 12, but such lovely little sleeves. So yeah, this is just a bit too formal for my taste, and I've already got tops that I would wear in the context that I would wear this. Same goes for this one. It's kind of roughly see-through top, and I would choose the other things over these two. So clearing out. So that's 17 items in total that I have cleared out. Quite a few of them, as I said, just aren't really my style anymore. A few things just didn't really work out for me. I think I will finish the video here, so I will put other things into a different video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!